Good morning. Well, it's been 11 years since Tennessee last beat Florida. A very rough stretch for Vols fans. Lots of trash talk and hype, all leading to Saturday night, with both teams heading into the game 3-0 with only one leaving unbeaten. Tennessee, the king of comebacks this season, slow starts in their first 3 games, and Saturday was no different. Down 7-0 in the first. Austin Appleby throwing back across the field for Jordan Cronk right on the screen and getting in from 15 yards out. Florida up 14-0. Tennessee couldn't catch a cold early. Jason Kroom can't reel in the pass in the end zone. The only points coming from the kicking unit. Aaron Medley hitting the 28-yard field goal. Vols down 21-3 at the break. But the Vols hot to start the second. Derek Barnett tripping up Appleby for the sack. Then the offense answers. Joshua Dobbs faking the handoff, putting it up for Ethan Wolf, making the great grab and in for the 20-yard touchdown. Tennessee down just 21-17 after 3. And staying hot in the fourth, Dobbs hitting Jawan Jennings down the sideline, a little hot potato, but able to stay inbound 67 yards to the house. Vols take their first lead of the game 24-21, but they were not done. Joshua Dobbs here hitting Josh Malone over the middle, and he is going to do the rest. The Vols score 38 unanswered points to complete the unbelievable comeback and end the streak to Florida as Tennessee wins 38-28. Sports director Kenny Hawkins was there 11 years ago when the Vols last won and was back in Knoxville Saturday and has this report.
Thanks a lot, Kane. You know, the last time Tennessee beat Florida, the iPhone, the iPad, and Facebook wasn't created yet. Finally, that streak came to an end as the Vols beat the Gators 38-28.
That first half of football, that wasn't us. That was not us, and every man to a man knew it. You come out the second half, and I knew this football team was not going to be denied.
We all said we just want to get Tennessee back to the top. You know, that's been, I feel like today was a big stepping stone into getting Tennessee back to this top.
After one half, the Vols trailed 21-3. That's when the defense, led by Derek Barnett and Todd Kelly Jr., completely shut down the Gators offense.
We could have got down at halftime, and we didn't. So that says a lot about our team. That says that we have some great leadership on our team.
The game of football isn't 2 quarters, it's 4 quarters, it's 60 minutes. And so what they did in the first half, we can do the same thing in the second half, so why not do it? And so we kind of corralled the guys and let them know that, hey, someone needs to step up.
And while trailing by a large margin, the Vols opened the playbook, and Josh Dobbs went to work by passing for over 300 yards and becoming the first quarterback since 2012 to throw for 4 touchdowns in one game.
We go out, we play our football. You know, this is how we can play week in, week out. We execute at a high level. So we'll have to continue to do that. Continue. You know, this all starts in our preparation. You know, it's not just a fluke when you come out on Saturdays and you play well.
And I hope you guys understand the resolve and the resiliency of this football team. And the local media ought to understand that. We got something special here.
So with this victory, Tennessee now takes over the driver's seat in the SEC East as they head to Athens next Saturday to take on the Georgia Bulldogs. Reporting from Neyland Stadium, Kenny Hawkins, News Channel 11 Sports.
Virginia Tech hosting East Carolina Saturday afternoon. The Hokies had dropped their last 2 meetings to the Pirates, but not this time around. First quarter, Greg Stroman back for the punt, weaving back and forth, snaking up the field, finding a hole, and he is off to the races. An 87-yard punt return. Hokies up 7-0. And the offense rolling on Saturday. Gerard Evans putting this ball up for Isaiah Ford, making the grab in the end zone for the 24-yard score. Virginia Tech up 14-0 and running away with this one. Evans faking the handoff, dumps it for Trayvon McMillan, and getting in from 13 yards out. Hokies sink the Pirates 54-17. ETSU trying to keep its perfect record intact Saturday, visiting Wofford, but this game was all Terriers from start to finish. Already up 7-0 in the first. Andre Stoddard taking the handoff up the middle, spinning off a tackler, and in for his second touchdown. Wofford up 14-0 at the break. The Terrier defense all over the Bucks. ETSU mustering just 76 yards on offense, -7 yards rushing on Saturday, and the option proved to be a Buck killer. Lorenzo Long taking the pitch, turning on the Jets, and getting into the end zone for the 37-yard score. Bucks suffer their first loss of the season, 31-0 to Wofford.
Couldn't move the ball. We couldn't stay on the field. I don't know what time of possession was, but I know it had to be a lot to a little, probably worse than what it was last week with us in Western Carolina. But, you know, the keys to the ball game, in my opinion, was our inability to get off the field on third down. Offensively, our inability to convert third downs, and obviously their rushing attack versus our rushing attack.
Fight night at the Carver Rec Center. The big fan favorite, Avius, the underdog Griffin, who won his first professional fight at Carver a few months ago, taking on Kevin Cooper from South Carolina. Griffin landing some huge punches early, sending Cooper to the mat a few times in this match. And then in round number 3, getting the job done right here as the ref is going to wave this one over for the TKO. Griffin now 2-0 in his professional career. And with another Friday in the books, it's time to unveil 3 new contenders for our play of the week. Number 1 coming from Sullivan East. Jake Crumley taking the handoff, shaking a couple of tacklers, and look at this. Get off me, a wicked stiff arm, sending the defender to the turf, and Crumley is off to the house for the touchdown. Number 2 coming from Cherokee. Colin Trent going deep downfield to Fletcher Hickman, and look at this catch. Bobbles it, but somehow able to bring it in for the great grab and getting in for the touchdown. Number 3 coming from Twin Springs. Carter Burke. Now look at this, picking off the pass, but somehow able to hang on, using his teammate's helmet to push it back into his body. What a play. With your Sports Wrap, I'm Kane O'Neill.